Hey guys, this is John Constantinidi. I'm with The Line, Mezzanine Men's Bible Study, and I want to talk about what we did yesterday, last Monday. We went over Proverbs 21, uh, looking at planning along God's will. And you don't really see that many Bible studies do Proverbs because it's sometimes hard to find a continuous thread through a bunch of proverbs. See them in couplets, they give great pieces of advice. But here, we're going to talk about planning. Now, is it good for us to plan our own events or projects in our lives? Sure, it is, as long as it is in line with God's will. So, go through Proverbs 21, and I'm going to quickly talk about what we did in this short Bible study. And it'll be short for you too, but there's some things to reflect on. Verses 1 through 8 really look at the contrast between the righteous and the unrighteous based on how they plan and the consequences of their planning. Then, when you go into verses 9 through 29, you see the contrast between the righteous and unrighteous based on the habits of both and their consequences. And then to sum it up, verses 30 through 31 talk about the importance in having God as the foundation of planning. So, just to bring out some highlighted verses, look at verse 5. We're reading NIV. The plans of the diligent lead to profit, as surely as haste leads to poverty. So those who are diligent, who take their time, who spend their time wisely, who don't waste their time and procrastinate, their time, their investment in the time, their sowing into the time leads to profit. Whereas those that are hasty, those that procrastinate, those that put stuff on the last minute, they lead to poverty. And we have to understand that when we want to sow into time, we want to make the most out of our time, we need to plan. Planning is incredibly important with that. Another verse I want to look at. If we look at, say, verse 15, and I'm just picking verses because all of them are relevant to planning in the end. Verse 15, when justice is done, it brings joy to the righteous, but terror to evildoers. So those who are righteous enjoy justice, enjoy that, whereas evildoers don't want justice. They don't want that. They want evil. They want the lack of justice. So when we do our planning, we want to do things in a way that promote that justice, that promote social justice, that promote personal justice, that may promote, justifications of righteousness as well. We need to incorporate all that into our planning. So when you go through Proverbs 21, look at it in the perspective of planning and ask yourself, how can I incorporate this when I plan stuff out in my life, when I plan that project, that event, whatever? How can I do that? And just pray about it. And God will show you, because in the end, all of our planning should be around God's will. So, this is John from The Line, Mezzanine Men's Bible Study, Mondays, 7 p.m. Be there.